to remove criminal, violent aliens from this country. We welcome the DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Tricia McLaughlin. You know, it's great to have you with us in studio. You and I usually talk remotely, but it's great because two reasons. Number one, get a chance to see you. But number two, maybe you can help unpack this idea that a lot of Americans are wondering what progress can be made. Again, no one's arguing that every person who is here illegally shouldn't have their day. I think what's being argued is, in particular as a nation, we should focus on getting those violent criminals who are here illegally out of this country immediately.
We know that there's at least 15 to 20 million people in the last 4 years alone who illegally entered this country. Kevin, every single day on my desk, I get a report of who the worst of the rest, child rapists, murderers, arsonists, MS-13 gang members, Trende Ragwa, people who rape, maim, and kill Americans for sport. That is who we are focused on getting out of this country. And President Trump and Secretary Noem have had phenomenal success. As you know, we have the most secure border in American history. We really have operational control, and that's under 100 days in this administration. So it's remarkable. We want to get those ICE arrest numbers up. But as you know, Kevin, this president has been facing a historic number of injunctions, but we might not win every battle, but we will win this war of the invasion of our country.
Let me follow up. There are a lot of Democrats on Capitol Hill. You saw some congresspersons over there saying, hey, listen, we want to make sure, first of all, they're being treated humanely, and second of all, that they are getting the due process they are due. I think most Americans feel like if you broke the law to get here and you broke the law while you're here, you should be on the first ticket out of here. What do you say to Democrats and to those who support them about why their strategy, this idea of focusing so much on defending and trying to protect these criminal aliens, and less so, it would appear at least, than the American people? What do you say to them?
The juxtaposition here, Kevin, of Secretary Noem and President Trump trying to get terrorists, MS-13 gang members, child rapists out of this country. Meanwhile, there's Democrat politicians who are in Newark who are literally storming a detention facility that houses known terrorists, that houses MS-13 gang members, child rapists. That is stark. Why are these Democrat politicians so hell-bent on getting these heinous people out of the facility? And by the way, we make sure we abide by the U.S. Constitution. Our ICE facilities have a very high standard, which actually those Democrat politicians even said that the conditions in that facility were proper. So the fact that they think that they can break the law in this political stunt, we won't stand for it. We're not playing games in this administration.
Let me ask you about what happened over at Columbia University. You and I are pretty close enough to the university communities. We understand that there's always going to be robust debate, and yet there's a big gap between robust debate and making it an unsafe environment for those who are simply trying to get their education. Sometimes they're storming the campus. What are you all doing about what has happened on America's college campuses to ensure not just the safety of those who are there to simply study, but also to remove those who have come here under the pretense of perhaps being educated and yet are seemingly bent on creating trouble?
Yeah, if you're in this country on a visa or a green card, you're a guest in this country.
Right.
And you should act like it. It is a privilege, not a right, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio reserves the right to revoke that visa. If you are glorifying terrorists, if you're relishing the killing of Americans, if you are harassing Jewish students, defacing college campuses, taking over buildings, which we've seen in recent days at a number of different campuses in this country, we reserve the right to take away that privilege from you, and this administration will continue to do so. You're not going to be terrorizing Americans on our taxpayer dime.
You know, there are some folks, speaking of getting arrested, there's some folks who said, you shouldn't be arresting the mayor of Newark. Wasn't there a way to sort of de-escalate this without having him arrested? What do you say about that?
If it was a typical U.S. citizen and they tried to storm into a detention facility that's housing dangerous criminals or any person at all, they would be arrested. Just because you are a member of Congress or just because you are a public official does not mean you are above the law. We will continue. If you assault a law enforcement officer, we will also make sure you answer to justice. So I think that arrests are still on the table for this. This is an ongoing investigation.
What about, I meant to ask you this, and it just sort of sparked my memory when you were talking about it. Executive orders encouraging self-deportation.
Yes.
What's the latest with that, and how effective do you think that will be?
I think it'll be incredibly effective. Self-deportation is the safest option, not just for our law enforcement, but also for anyone who is in this country illegally. It is also the most cost-effective option. It costs around $17,000 to arrest, detain, and deport an illegal alien, Kevin. And with our new program to get people home, we're giving people $1,000, as well as we will pay for their flight.
Yeah.
And that self-deportation program is going to save U.S. taxpayers about 70%. And again, it's going to be safer for law enforcement. So we continue to encourage illegal aliens, go home now so that you have the possibility of potentially returning the legal and right way, coming back to live the American dream. But if we have to arrest you and deport you, you will never return to this country.
See, I think you really hit the nail on the head there. You have the chance to come back.
Yes.
Just come back in a more orderly fashion, self-deport now, and then that remains an option for you in the future.
That's right.
Versus the alternative, which of course you can't come back. T-Mac, great to see you. Tricia McLaughlin, great to see you, my friend. Appreciate that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.